Welcome back to yet another episode of Nuskas with Anushka, where every story matters and every connection counts. Today, we are excited to have with us a renowned cosmetologist with over 10 years of experience in Mumbai and Aurangabad. From skincare to hair care, she has helped countless clients to look and feel their best. Let's dive into the world of beauty with none other than Dr. Roshni Totala. Welcome, Doctor, to the show. I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, Anushka. It's such an honor to have, to share the screen with you. I'm full of admiration for what you're doing and what a phenomenal feat to achieve.
Thank you so much. Means a lot to me. So, I think we should directly dive first into your skincare routine and give us a walkthrough through your daily skincare and also what products do you prefer in your daily skincare routine?
So, as a dermat, I get asked that question a lot, and I like to keep it really simple. So, what I do is the basic motto of any skincare should be maintaining a healthy skin, protecting it from external factors, like dust, pollution, sun damage, and preventing common skin diseases. So, of course, basic hygiene is important. So, I always split my skin routine into two. So, there's an AM routine and there's a PM routine. So, AM is the morning routine,
Yeah.
and I like to keep it very simple. So, what I do is I wash my face with a gentle cleanser, which is non comedogenic, very lightweight on my face, because of course you've slept through the night and there are natural oils on your skin, and you don't want to strip the skin of that moisture. And then I follow it up with an antioxidant serum, which of course for glow, if you want some nice glow, you can use a vitamin C serum. If you have some target areas that you want to target, then you can use some other different, there are many different serums available in the market now.
Okay.
And after that, I use a nice lightweight moisturizer in the morning because I don't want too much of that thopawa look. So, moisturizer is a must in your morning routine, which I follow it up with a sunscreen. Now, for Indian skin tone, and because of the amount of sun exposure that we have, sunscreen is of utmost importance. You just cannot skip that step. So, sunscreen, I generally prefer a lightweight, non comedogenic, gel based sunscreen. And there are many types of sunscreens available in the market. There can be cream based, lotion based, but I prefer a matte finish base because my skin tends to get a little oily after a couple of hours. And so that's about it. So morning routine is very simplified because of course everybody's in a rush
Yeah.
to go off to work and whatever. So PM routine, that is the night routine, is a little lengthier. So what I do is there's a double cleansing method in which I cleanse my face with an oil-based cleanser first, like micellar water, for example,
Yeah.
which removes all the dust, all the pollution, all the makeup residuals, and I follow it up with a nice face wash. Then I use any serum. Suppose right now I'm using a nice vitamin C serum, which I want for my glow. If I have acne spots, I use niacinamide. If I want a little bit of hydration, if I feel that my skin is getting a little dry, a little dull, I use hyaluronic acid serum. It all depends from skin to skin and all your problems. And at night, I prefer a heavy moisturizer because that is going to stay through the night. And of course, lip balm is also of utmost importance. So never forget your lip balm. And always change your skincare routine according to the seasons. So suppose if it's a rainy season and there's too much of humidity, you want lightweight products. If there's winter season, you want cream based products. So of course, change your routine according to the seasons and your problems.
Right. That was, I would say, an extensive skincare routine. If I can ask you that, is this concept still in that, you got to choose your products as per your skin type, or is it outdated now with, so many various products and multi-usage of every product that has come into uh,
I
the market?
know.
So
Absolutely. I feel, with the advent of social media, we have been exposed to so many skincare or hair care products for that matter. And it's always so confusing whether this will suit me or whether this is meant for me or I don't know how my skin or my hair will react to all of it. But yes, so what I do is always, first of all, just note down your concern, whatever concern that you have for your skin. If you feel that you have a very dry skin, you use products which are meant for dry skin. If you have a
Okay.
combination skin, you have to use, so see, you have to be cautious also of what you're using, but at the same time, don't just get carried away. So yes, whatever products you're using should be based on your skin type, should be based on your problem areas, and you have to be a smart user. So I
Hmm.
feel that yes, products should always be based on skin type. So if I have an oily skin, I'll prefer matte finish products. If I have dry skin, I'll prefer cream based products because they are more stickier. They have a more molecular weight, which can absorb all the moisture. So it's, of course, it has to be a very cautious decision.
Right. So, as a, I don't know, as a teenager, I've also had a lot of acne problems and all of that. So I used to have regular visits to the dermats every now and then in school times. So that time, as a teenager also, but as even now when we go to dermat clinics, we always see a poster in their clinics with women having such flawless skins, and I've always wondered that, this is not really the case when it's in reality, actually, when you see women
Absolutely.
in India generally don't have that much of a flawless skin that they try to show in the clinics. So
I know. Yes.
just out of curiosity, I wanted to understand what is the intent behind the doctors to, put those posters in their clinics.
So I've never been asked this question, but of course it's so interesting. So yeah, whenever you go to a skin clinic, you'll find pictures or posters of nice, beautiful women who are
Yeah.
really happy in their lives with great hair and a good family, good-looking people. So yeah, so the idea behind those posters is they try to evoke a sense of idealized standard of beauty. They just want to portray that. So the
Right.
models on these posters have a very flawless, clear skin, but it is like a visual goal. कि यार मुझे भी ऐसा ही चाहिए. I
Yeah.
want to look like that. I want that skin. I want that hair. But yeah, so what we try to promote is, see, a good looking skin, a nice radiant skin means, of course, let's try to relate it to youthfulness. Let's try to relate it to wellness. Let's try to relate it to good lifestyle, good habits, good vitality, uh, to maintain a nice youthful look. So maybe that's what all these clinics are trying to promote. But of course, they set a very unrealistic goal for everybody else, and there's too much pressure these days on young girls mostly to look a certain way, behave a certain way, have a certain kind of texture, skin color. And yes, it tries to portray things in a very negative way, but let's all, try to turn the table and take it in a positive way. That, of course, with good lifestyle, with good habits, with good sleep, and good, less levels of stress and anxiety, and making a slight change in your skincare routine. Let's try to embrace it all and get it into our lifestyle, and maybe we not achieve that level of perfection, but yes, we are trying to work towards that goal, and let's set it as our goal. So let's not be too racist or too culturist about all this, but yes, let's keep things simple.
True, I agree with that. And it's like your manifestation goal that, you want to
Yeah.
manifest certain things in your life.
Ah,
Think it
yeah.
of think it like that, yeah, you're manifesting such good, radiant, glowing skin.
Exactly. And of course, it does not have to be a blemish free, or it does not have to be acne free, and it has to be like white and like Korean skin. Your skin can be healthy skin, and of course that should be your goal, yeah. You know?
Right.
So yes, so let's try to give the young girls that message here. Of course, have these standards, have these goals, but let's work in a positive way.
Yeah, I mean, that should not be a standard for you that, having that flawless skin
Yeah.
is a matter of being healthy from inside and from
Exactly.
outside.
And this is very important, because these young girls have such body image issues and all.
Yeah.
And So yeah, clinics try to portray all these things, but let's all take it in a positive way.
True. Thank you for that. Thank you for solving my curiosity. And so, I mean, since we're talking about the younger generation and the newer generation, I would say the Gen Zs, we all know that we are in this era right now where this generation will always want to take very intentional decisions. Whatever real stories are there, they need authenticity. That yes, if you are saying the story, there is a possibility that it exists somewhere. So
Yeah,
there's so basically they want a lot of transparency in whatever buying decisions that they're taking these days. So how have
absolutely.
you tailored your approach with such changing times to consult or cater to this particular generation?
So, what all I want to say is this generation, for that matter, millennials ho ya Gen Z ho ya Gen Alpha ho ya Beta Gamma, whatever generations these people are coming up with, they are super smart, super smart. So, how the standards of beauty have also evolved with these generations is alarming. So, what I feel is कि देख पहले ना in during our times, fairness was of utmost importance. मुझे
Yes.
गोरा स्किन चाहिए. I want to look fair. So it was always fair and lovely. It was always Charmis cream. It was always Pond's whitening cream. And they have set such unrealistic claims for
Yes.
us. And there has been so much pressure on people who used to get married in earlier generations. Ki, nahi, I have to look a certain way. I have to have the skin color. And things have evolved over these generations. I feel that this Gen Z is so smart. They know कि skin texture change नहीं होने वाला. It is all genetic. These people are aware. They have like nice income in their hands and they want to spend, but they don't want to spend on fairness creams. They want to spend on good hydration. They want to spend on good skin texture. They want to spend on a good moisturizer. I want this serum. I want that serum. So you won't believe my 7-year-old daughter. She tells me, Mom, I don't want to use a soap. I want to use a face wash because it is soap free. So these people are so smart because they know कि इसमें
Yeah.
soap free is a much more milder version of the soap and it will act in the same way. But yes, so things have evolved, things have changed, and I feel it has changed for the better. Gen Z is super smart. They know they have 10 things at their disposal, but they know what to choose. They know how to choose the correct one because, of course, they're reading up, they're seeing things on social media, they are more aware of what is going on around them. They have a good income at their disposal. So yeah, and that is how this industry has become a $20 billion industry in India alone. And it
Wow.
is something to ponder on कि ये कैसे हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है, and how things are working out, how things have evolved. And I feel कि at the same time you also have to be rooted to your I don't know, maybe your history for that
Hmm.
matter. We all know how Ayurveda has evolved and how Ayurvedic products have also evolved for skin. And Gen Z is very smart. They know yeah, haldi hai, so it is good for your skin. It has anti-inflammatory properties. So they know you can't apply haldi directly on your face.
Yeah.
But they know agar if you sterilize it and if you use it in a certain form, if you use it in a nice packaging, they'll buy it. And why not? Of course, it's safe, it's healthy, it's fine. So things have evolved. People are more aware. And Gen Z, to baap re. I am my 7-year-old daughter shocks me every day. So yeah, it is.
I think it's in her genes. Her mom is a cosmetologist, so definitely I think it's in her genes to keep you on toes with.
Yeah, yes, yes. No, no, but everybody, yeah, for that matter, I see all the kids around me, all are super smart, all are intelligent, all know कि मुझे skin के लिए ये करना है. Yeah, they apply sunscreen and go to school. Do you ever remember our parents
No,
applying sunscreen and sending us to school? They say,
never,
नहीं,
never.
मम्मा हम tan हो जाएंगे, please apply sunscreen. And it's
Wow,
the case with all the kids their age. So see, it's a nice thing. It's
a
good that
very
they're aware about it.
yeah. It's a
Yeah,
very nice thing. I mean, like when like not that I mean I'm also so old, but now when I see these people with such changing trends, I really feel that yeah, we are also very old. मतलब हमारे time पे ये सब कुछ नहीं होता था.
कुछ
So
नहीं था यार,
yeah.
seriously.
So, I mean, since you were telling me about haldi and the usage of turmeric, this gets me to the point where there are a lot of influencers these days on Instagram who are promoting the DIY skincare remedies. So,
Yeah.
what is the effectiveness of such remedies that they are saying, or the home if we say homemade ingredients like turmeric ho gaya, sandalwood or neem for that matter, are they really safe and effective for the skin?
So what happens in DIYs is, I as a cosmetologist, I don't promote these DIYs at home because,
Okay.
see, their efficacy and their effectiveness is questionable, to say
Okay.
the least. So what happens is, it not the DIYs should all depend on your skin condition. The ingredients that you're using, they should of course be in an unadulterated form. So
Right.
everybody knows कि see aloe vera है तो it acts as a coolant for your skin. अगर हल्दी है, turmeric है, anti-inflammatory है. और अगर honey है तो it gives you that nice moisturizing effect. If there's lemon, there's vitamin C in it.
Hmm.
But all this, if you don't use it in a supervised format. So
Right.
what happens is there can be severe allergic reactions to all these things. Allergic reactions to छोड़ दे, but there can be a nice pH imbalance also. So suppose आजकल ये lemon बहुत use कर रहे हैं in all your DIYs. So if you use too much of lemon, your skin का natural pH is 5.5. So if you use too much of lemon, or for that matter, say apple cider vinegar, the whole pH of your skin only changes. It either becomes too acidic or it becomes too alkaline.
Okay.
All these can also lead to over exfoliation. So over exfoliation से क्या होता है कि there are micro tears. Now that it is too much prone to pigmentation. Then इससे over exfoliation करने से sun damage also is too much. So all these treatments can lead to further treatment, or this makes our job difficult.
Right.
If you use it in a very supervised manner, it has to be very mild. यार चल ठीक है honey लगा लिया, या चल ठीक है थोड़ा सा aloe vera gel लगा लिया. No, you put this also, you put that also, you put that also. How do you know that turmeric that you're putting is pure turmeric, or it can be just any haldi ka whatever stick, or
Hmm.
yellow stick for that matter?
Yeah.
It has to be pure. It has to be. And see, these DIYs, no, you can't even store them. Like how you can store a natural cream or a lotion ka bottle.
Huh.
So it again becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. And of course, you don't want all that. Yeah. It makes our job so difficult. कि ये फालतू का एक problem solve करो, and you go into some other well and create your own problems. So it is
True.
like that. And as the cosmetologist, I tell my patients कि भाई avoid all DIYs. If at all you want to do some mild DIYs at home, कि नहीं मम्मी बोल रही है आजकल ये राइस वाटर का बहुत फैड चल रहा है, it's all right. बट पहले पैच टेस्ट कर लो कि if it's really suiting you. या पता नहीं कुछ अगर पैच टेस्ट में समझ जाते हैं कि अगर कुछ स्किन रेड हो रही है, या you sensitive to that particular ingredient, then don't use it. And for oily and acne prone skin, तो हम बोलते हैं कि don't do only DIY. For
Okay.
them, there are many other products that are available in the market, and why not go for those tried and tested ones?
True.
So DIYs, guys, please avoid. It makes our job so difficult. But use it in a supervised way.
True. And what do you have to say about these ice facials? Like, where they are saying that just take few cubes of ice in a bowl, put some like normal water, and just dip your face, like probably for like
Yeah,
5, 6 seconds. So,
yeah.
is it a really good and effective way to do for your skin tightening and for a nice glow on your skin?
It does. It does. If you have a natural, nice skin, which is not too oily or which is not too dry. So see, excess of hot water also and cold water also tends to change the pH of your skin.
Okay.
So, so if you have a very combination skin, ki chalo, I just want to get that natural glow, so you can do it, no problem. But if
Hmm.
you have an acne-prone skin, if you have rosacea, if you have hyperpigmentation, don't go for all these things. Because क्या होता है ना, there is a sudden rush of blood on your face. And for that to go off and come back to normal, it takes a lot of time. And sometimes कुछ करने को जाओ कुछ और, and something else only happens. So we
Happens.
don't even want that. So,
Right.
if you want to try this, you can, but at your own risk. I would not suggest all these things. Let's not be too adventurous with the skin. And yeah. That's about
Great, great tips there because I think all of us are these days very much influenced by what's happening on the gram, and
it. I
uh,
know.
it's also fascinating sometimes when people, show all of that, wow, such amazing flawless skin, and you really tend to get into that trap and you want to try it for yourself also. You
I
never
know.
know
I've been
something.
there, done that.
Yeah.
Seriously, been there, done that, and done and dusted.
Okay. So, if you can tell us, since you were talking about a little bit of skin damage, can you tell us what is a skin barrier and how can one repair a skin, how can one repair a damaged skin barrier?
So skin barrier, it is like the moisture barrier.
Okay.
It is, in our medical terms, we call it corneum stratum. So what it does is it is like an outer layer of the skin. It protects the skin from bahar ka factors, again like dust, pollution, sun rays, UVA, UVB, and it keeps the moisture locked in. Now, because of too much of using, using too many products, क्या हो जाता है कि many times, no, this barrier gets disturbed. So
Okay.
it is so uh, basically the skin barrier, it tries to protect your skin, it tries the moisture retention, and of course maintains the pH. But how do you recognize if your skin barrier is damaged? There is too much sensitivity, there is too much itchiness, burning, there is
Okay.
pigmentation, maybe there is a very dry, dehydrated look. You feel कि अरे यार, I have a very dull skin, और अभी मेरे skin में कोई charm ही नहीं रहा है, and you understand the skin barrier is a little disturbed because maybe she's used too many products or she's using the wrong products. You never know.
Okay.
So how the skin barrier can be, it of course the skin barrier damage is reversible. So how you reverse it is have a very simplified skincare routine, as I mentioned before. Cleanse your face, moisturize, hydrate it, keep a very simple routine, use a nice sunscreen, and skin barrier can be repaired. The skin barrier repair is very important, of course, to have that nice glow on your face. So it may take a couple of weeks to do that, but yes, skin has a tendency to heal itself, and skin barrier can be repaired.
Lovely. So, if we go to say that since we're talking about all the Instagram trends right now, uh, the recent trend is of the hydra facials and the micro needling and chemical peels and vampire facials, to name a few of them. So, what is your stance on the safety and efficacy of these popular skincare trends?
So these trends are here to stay for sure because
Okay.
all of them are effective, all of them are really good, all of them are result oriented. And the only thing you have to keep in mind is go to a nice dermat, make sure that he or she is using sterilized instruments, and you're good to go.
Okay.
So as you mentioned, microderma abrasion is, so it's in layman term, it's skin polishing. Skin polishing kya hai? Just use a nice aluminum oxide crystals and they'll clear your skin off. Vampire facials are really aimed. So what they do is they just remove blood from your body. They'll centrifuge it, remove the plasma part of the blood, and again inject it into your target areas. So you
Okay.
can treat your, yeah, you can treat your pigmentation, you can treat your acne spots, you can have a nice Botox look, you can clear your stretch marks by vampire facials, I mean by PRP therapy. And so yeah, all these trends. Now I really prefer chemical peels. So in chemical peels, क्या होता है कि you apply an acidic peel on your face. So because it is acid, it will damage, not even damage, it will just kill off the epithelial cells of the skin. And as the skin has tendency to heal itself, the skin gets damaged, it gets a little burnt, and then again new skin cells reappear. So it gives you a nice, fresh, even tone, and the results are fabulous. All the treatments are really good, provided you go to a nice dermat and you use all sterile instruments.
Great. Another skin trend on Instagram is the glass skin that is going on right now. So, what do you say? Is the K beauty regime suitable for the Indian skin? I mean, skincare regime, or and if yes, I mean, how can Indians really achieve that glass skin effect?
So as a cosmetologist, I get asked that question a lot, a lot, a lot. Thanks to the
Yeah.
gram again. But so what happens is, see this Korean glass skin. It's like the epitome of beauty. The skin is flawless. They have no pores. The skin
Yeah.
looks white. There's an even tone, and all of us want that. That is our main aim when you come to a cosmetologist. I want a nice skin. But see, every skin tone is different. Every with every race, their skin color also changes. So in Indians, because we have high content of melanin normally, it gives us a very dewy, dusky appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And the Korean glass skins that Indians are trying to claim on the gram are probably influenced by, great content creators with great lighting, good photo editing apps, with
Yeah.
mind blowing makeup skills. But ऐसा कुछ नहीं हो सकता है. So how to achieve that glass skin, how you can work towards that motto is, of course, following a nice skincare routine where hydration is the key. So you can use always, you can skip all the harsh serums like retinoids, AHAs, BHAs, and go for a nice lightweight hydration serum. You can exfoliate, you can remove dead cells by using lactic acid, glycolic acid serum. So Korean's skincare regime is based a lot on a lot of serums and a lot of chemicals. So yes, exfoliation is a very important step in their skincare routine. So they use a
Okay.
lot of lactic acid, they use a lot of glycolic acid to exfoliate the skin, which of course you can do if, like say once a week, if you have normal skin, if you have oily skin, you can use it 2 to 3 times a week. Brightening serums like kojic acid and which can treat melasma, hyperpigmentation, then of course sunscreens and lifestyle correction. And with all of that, of course, the main aim should be that you work towards a nice skin, Korean glass skin. But as Indians, let's have realistic goals. Yeah, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि everybody's can't be as beautiful or whatever these Korean people have set the standards. But yes, work towards it, and then let's hope for the best.
I don't know, but like we've always heard that even the celebrities don't have this flawless skin. I mean, this is all just it's all the makeup that they put on when they come up on the screen. I mean, in real life, even they have these actual problems that we
Oh,
also face. So, I mean, I can
yeah,
definitely
of course, celebrities क्या कौन से खेत की मूली है? They are of course facing the same problems. They are eating the same kind of food we are eating. They face the same issues that we have. And yeah, so I feel that celebrities also see, matlab, of course, what they are trying to promote and all. Let's not believe everything that we see on the gram. Of course, there, whatever things that they are promoting can be paid collabs or whatever that is going on these days. But let's just trust a good doctor and then take things forward. I feel that celebrities, so we don't try to follow them blindly. Just because he is promoting a certain brand, he or she, whatever, or he or she has launched a certain brand, and then because he or she has launched it, then it has to be like mind blowing and it has to be so good. I have to try it now. ऐसा नहीं रहता है.
right.
Let's wait for let's wait for all the reviews to come in, and don't buy everything and anything you see. Like just simplify your routine, as I say. So that's how it becomes more sustainable.
True, true. That is a great tip that you've given to everybody who's listening this. So I've also been hearing this concept called Skinmalism, which was a very new thing for me. So, I mean, could you just give us a little insight on this concept?
So skin minimalism, yeah, skinmalism. So it is a very new term, again a Gen Z term,
Okay.
and it was new for me also. But what basically they're trying to promote is just simplify your skincare routine.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
by using fewer products, not buying everything you see. Just focus on your target areas. Use natural help. I mean, just embrace your faults. Maybe you don't have to treat every freckle, every mole that has come up on your skin. Just allow the skin also to breathe, and allow the skin also to you know j- activate its immune system and fight off all these things on its own. Just give it that push. So yeah, it is a very new term, but again, it is here to stay. because see, applying too many products also gives that pressure on the skin, no? It does not allow it to breathe. कि अरे यार, थोड़ा तो, let the body also work its magic, no? So
True.
yeah, it is actually, it's a new fad, but it's a good fad.
No, and I absolutely agree. Just that the word is a little sugar coated and it sounds really fancy. But I
Yeah,
think what even you have been saying from the start of the episode, that just keep your routine to a very minimalistic routine, so
yeah.
that it is consistent. Because when you try to put in a lot of things, it just becomes, I think it's just another added pressure, I would say, that
Yeah, just
because you're
because
all
I told you, हाँ, तब तक treatment शुरू रहेगा, you will do what as I say, and once I
yeah,
when once you stop coming to me, then you'll stop, and then we are back to square one.
true.
So let's just in from the beginning, let's just focus on the main motto and work towards it in a very simplified way. Why everything has to be complicated, no? Why everything
Absolutely.
has to be too many chemicals, and use this face wash in the morning, use this in the afternoon, use this in the night, use this on your hands, and you can use this on the forearm. No, yeah, come on. So yeah, let's be realistic also.
Absolutely. And since we're talking about being very minimalistic, can you tell us that how do socioeconomic factors also impact the access to all these dermatological care or the skin care that we are talking about?
Yeah, so one of the main things that people face, I mean, the people think is the more expensive the product, the better it is in terms of results.
Right.
But effectiveness in skincare, I feel, depends on the active formulations of the product, the active ingredients of the product, and of course the skin compatibility also, like how your skin reacts to that product. So ऐसा नहीं है कि if I put I mean I would put a certain amount of cream in a nice packaged bottle, and I put some celebrity's face on it, and I charge like a bomb for it. It is going to be super effective. Now it
Yeah.
has to treat your target area also. It has to treat your concerned area also. So why a product can be costly is, see, there are multiple factors involved when a pharmaceutical company launches a product. कि एक luxury branding हो जाता है, तो then of course the product has to be charged a certain way. So there are premium ingredients, like there are certain say for example certain ceramides or certain antioxidants, or some rare plant or botanical products. Then the product gets a little on the expensive side. There is too much money involved in the R&D, or there is so much money that is spent on the packaging and marketing. Then of course the product also has to be charged like that. But at the same time, you have to realize that it should be sustainable. Um, it should just help your skin condition more than burning a hole in your pocket.
Right.
So, of course, a 50 rupees cream can also act the same way as a 5,000 rupees cream. So, be a smart user, be a good consumer. Again, don't believe everything that the brand says. It's very important. So, I have patients coming in, Kari ma'am, this brand is launched and this is nice. What do you feel about this? I got this from France. Like, uska substitute bhi available hai in the market, in the Indian market. Why not try that? Of course, if
Right.
you can afford it, that's not a problem. But see, when a patient comes to a dermat, he feels that this dermat is going to charge. Matlab, he knows that these dermatological products are expensive, and I'm going to get a huge bill at the end of the treatment. But say, I mean, you have to trust the doctor, and of course, the doctor also has to be transparent in front of the patient. So it's a two-way relationship. So yeah, in the end, I just want to say that expensive है तो अच्छा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Just trust the clinical research, trust your doctor, and then just go for it.
True. And I mean, as a doctor there, when you have your clients or your patients coming in, do you always suggest them these dermatology prescribed products, or can they also use the normal products that we see on the gram? Like you said, there are good products as well. There are substitutes available to everything these
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
What's your take on that? I mean, would you prescribe such products to the clients if they are good?
Yes, why not? Yeah, but as a cosmetologist, I try to prefer prescribing pharmaceutical products more than cosmeceutical products
Okay.
because some companies which are cosmeceutical, they are not authorized to put in certain medicines which a pharmaceutical company can.
Okay.
So, and these pharmaceutical companies are very research driven. They have done their research, they have done their clinical research, they have done their R&D, and that's when they launch the product.
Right.
So, you know that the result is going to be foolproof. So, for that, I always prefer a pharmaceutical product. Of course, when a cosmetic product, for that matter, if you want to apply a certain compact, just to touch up your face, or if you want to if you want to use a certain, I don't know, some certain serum, then why not? If you want to try it out, of course you can. I have no qualms about it. But as a dermat, I would always prefer a pharmaceutical product.
Great. Thank you for that insight. And of course, I mean, I'm sure a lot of men also must be watching this episode. So let's not disappoint them because I it's always I don't know, it's a cliche that skincare is just for women, but no, I think it's an important factor for men as well. So
Absolutely. More for
so
men, I feel these days.
yeah. So I mean, the products and everything that we were talking about, the remedies, can can they also be used in the same way by men, or do they need to follow a different regime altogether?
So for basically for both men and women, the skincare regime is mostly the same.
Okay.
And what I feel is because men have thicker skin, they have more coarser facial hair, and their hormones are different than women, and there are a lot of other factors. Skincare regime for men have to be kind of similar to women, but of course there are certain changes here and there. But because men have become more aware about all these things now, well, previously it was not the case. I have many patients now. They come in and they ask, "Are my wife is using this face wash? Can I use it too?" Or if my husband is using this night cream, can I use it too? And they try to be, I don't know, very they try to share products and all now these days, and it's all quite open. So what I feel is, of course, you can use any product, be it men or women, but it has to focus on the target areas. So if you have an oily skin and if you're using a face wash which is normally prescribed for dry skin, it is not going to work.
Yeah.
So it has to focus on the target area. Apart from that, there are no, and what these cosmetic companies try to brand things are like, "Ki this is for men, this is for fair and handsome, and this is for glow and lovely." ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. It is all a very gendered marketing strategy. All products can work for all, but वही है, अगर प्रॉब्लम है तो वो ही प्रोडक्ट यूज करो जिससे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो, you know.
Right.
So and men have become very smarter these days. I feel they are more they have changed also over a period of time. They have become so aware about their body image. They have become so conscious that they have to look a certain way. They have to have that uh, nice afro look. And so yeah, it is, but it is all a marketing strategy. They can use the same product as women and just go about it.
True. I also agree. Men have become really aware these days about their skincare, and they also take it very seriously these days. I mean,
They do. In fact, they follow the regime more
yeah.
sincerely than women are these days. And it is of course shocking as a woman, but it is a nice change to see in the society also. I feel. कि चलो यार ठीक है पहले कहाँ था यार this heterosexual man who started waxing his
Yeah,
arms and legs and who wants to look good, and he goes to the salon and has a nice mani pedi. Of course, it's a good change, yaar. Why not? We all want hygienic people around us.
I know. And grooming is the utmost is of utmost importance. And if
Yeah,
they are getting it from inside, it's the best motivation. I mean,
I know. Yeah, what else?
what else do we need? Absolutely. So, I mean, the like you said, I just to reiterate what you said, the most critical factor that men should be taking care of not using the same products is basically you need to see your skin type. So, if you
Yeah,
think skin type matches with your partner or whoever, like another female in your
Yeah,
house, then you can probably
yeah.
use the same products. But
Even
if
the,
not,
problems, like for that matter, if the wife is suffering from acne and if the husband is suffering from hyperpigmentation, how can the products match?
same, right? Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So they need to take care of the problem and also the skin type. So that's very
yeah,
important.
absolutely. Yes, yes.
Great. Great. So, I mean, like as we are talking, but we have just spoken about the applications and how we should take care of our skin through the external factors. But I feel skin is not only about the external factors. It is something that we also intake. So, like our diet.
Of
So,
course.
what goes inside is also very important. So, how does one's diet and lifestyle impact their skin per se?
So it is directly proportional. Good skin is directly proportional to your diet and lifestyle. That is a given. Like everybody knows about it. So what you eat matters for your skin and for your hair. That is 100% true. So basically, what I feel is your skin is 80% what you eat and only 20% what you apply. So what happens? Basic example what I'll give you is, see, when you go to a grocery store, you will always ask for a good quality product. See, if you want a good quality biscuit, you will say कि अरे मुझे अच्छा क्वालिटी का ही चाहिए, and अच्छा quality means what? The
Hmm.
ingredient should be good. उसमें जो मैदा है या wheat है, that has to be of good quality. The sugar that has gone in has to be of good quality. The chocolates that have gone in have to be of good quality. So that is why the end result is so appealing.
Right.
Similarly, like what you eat directly reflects on your face. So that is why when an acne prone patient comes to us, we tell them कि अरे यार तुम लोग तेल तेल खाना या
Come
तला
kar-
हुआ खाना कम कर दो या eat
Right.
more of fruits and eat things that are more rich in antioxidants, more rich in vitamin C, which have more water content in them. So that's how the glow comes on your face. And yeah, so diet is of utmost importance when it comes to lifestyle disorders. And by lifestyle, I mean your skin and your hair.
So, Ivy, since you were telling me about the diet and everything, it just reminded me of how important is how important is the role of water when doctors
Yeah,
tell us to intake a lot of water. But
yeah,
it's just funny where I could just remember a few memes that I keep seeing, and it's the truth actually. Where doctors keep telling you that drink a lot of water. You tend to
yeah.
take that advice. You tend to drink a lot of water, but you just happen to go to the washroom and there's no other end result. I mean, it doesn't really reflect back on your skin. So, I mean, what's your take on that?
This is so funny, but yeah, so yeah, you have to take more water. Yeah, see, अगर तुम लोग water content कम कर लोगे, so obviously you'll feel dehydrated. Your cells need that water. Your body needs that water. You need that water to retain. I mean, for moisture retention also, and for that matter, skin and hair में कैसा होता है ना? You immediately get that dry, dehydrated look on your face, where your eyes get sunken, and you feel that dullness on your face, or in general, your body feels dull. So for that, you need that water
Okay,
to keep yourself energized. Of course, going to the loo multiple times is a side effect, but yes, body will keep what it wants and it will throw out what it does not need. So तुम तुम्हारा काम कर लो. You keep drinking like 2 to 3 liters of water in a day, at least consciously, and the body will do its part. It will play its role. It will continue. It is a machine. Whatever it does not need, it will throw out. So it's like that.
true. So, I mean, since we're talking about machines now, we are in the age of technological advancements, and it has
Yeah.
taken all our lives by storm, and it has just
Yeah,
become part of our lifestyle now. So,
absolutely.
what are your thoughts on personalized skincare using AI and genetic testing?
So it is fabulous how much things have evolved in just a couple of years.
Yeah,
So genetic testing and AI were not there, yaar. 5 years back, तो इसका नाम भी नहीं सुना था. And suddenly things have come up and they are growing at a lightning speed. Like every day there is something new that is coming up in any field for that matter, in any medical field for that matter. So genetic testing with relation to skincare is what these apps do is they'll take your complete medical history. They'll take your uh, they'll take your parental history of what all problems they have faced, how much exposure you have to the sun, to external pollution, to if you're staying in a humid area, or if you're staying in any season for that matter, if you're staying in cold areas, they'll take all these things into consideration, and then they'll try to analyze what kind of problems you will have once you start aging, like for after 30 or after 40, or how will you look when you turn 50 or 60. And it is quite interesting. And then, once you realize that, you're going to look a certain way in your 50s or 60s, and if you don't want to look like that, because see, if you tell that AI app that I'm not using sunscreen, and I am living in a place like uh, Aurangabad for that matter, where there is too much of dry heat in the summers, how much damage is that going to do to my skin? And how over the years my skin is going to look like because of one bad habit, that I'm not using sunscreen. So you can reverse that in time. And that is how it has helped. That is how it is going to help. Of course, it is all in a very nascent phase. It is all still being researched, and there's a lot of research that is yet to be done. There are a lot of regulations that are yet to be placed. But it is all very interesting, and it is evolving at a lightning speed. But let's all take it in a positive way. I don't know how much of privacy and all these things are going to be taken into consideration once these things proceed. But it is all very interesting.
Absolutely. And like you were saying, it is, I mean, it just blows your mind as to how much the
Yes.
technology has moved ahead
Seriously. And once you realize कि अरे मैं ऐसे दिख सकती हूँ when I turn 60 years old or 70 years old, why not start my preventive measures from now?
today. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have plenty of time, and you can always correct your mistakes here and there. No, now only.
True. It's like a, I would say it's like a magic for all of us where,
Yes, want कि
yeah,
तुम्हारा एक टाइम कैप्सूल है. This is what is going to happen. तुम अभी सुधर
yes,
जाओ.
so that true that. So, I mean, with the advancements that are happening, what do you think the stem cell research, how will that impact the skincare and the dermatology industry per se?
So stem cells, it has evolved a lot over these few years. So basically, what these stem cells do, I'm sure many people have heard about this. So it's not just related to skincare.
Yeah,
Stem cells have a basic, what do you say, a characteristic to regenerate damaged tissue,
true.
and not just for skin, for other body parts as well. So they're doing a lot of research for this. There are a lot of regulations that are yet to be placed, but and of course it's a little expensive treatment. But stem cells in relation to skincare, there can be plant-based stem cells, there can be human stem cells which they derive from the bone marrow, the umbilical cord, and of course there are synthetic ones which mimic the characteristics of normal stem cells, but they are artificially made. So in relation to skincare, these stem cells, they can be injected directly into the skin, and what they do is basically skin regeneration. They improve your collagen production. They give you a nice last, I mean, the nice firmer look. They're good, very good for your wound healing. So it is right now. It is in a very infant phase where you can't comment too much about it, but it is, of course, the efficacy is proven. It is tried and tested.
Okay. So, I mean, definitely, like we know that during I mean, post-pregnancy, stem cell is definitely banked,
Yeah,
and because
yeah,
because it has so many proven advantages to it.
absolutely. So they have been known to treat cancer also,
Yeah,
and many kinds of anemias also. So it's not just related to skin, but of course overall in many skin, I mean many conditions of the body.
true. So, like you were telling me about the pharmaceutical products and the cosmetology products. So, when we talk about these things, and like you said, that generally pharmaceutical products are more researched, and that's why
Yeah,
doctors prefer to prescribe that to the patients. But can we discuss the ethics of the dermatologists promoting or partnering with these cosmetic companies to,
yeah,
because there are a lot of things that are going behind the scenes also, which,
absolutely.
uh, as
Yeah,
consumers
at
at
the end
the
of the day.
consumers, we don't realize. So, can we just have a quick discussion upon that?
Yeah. So, with when dermats, they hold a very significant authority when it comes to skincare. So, when you have any problem related to the skin, you'll obviously run off to a dermat,
Yeah,
and their recommendations are of the utmost importance. Like you will trust them blindly कि
yeah,
नहीं आपको ये यूज करना है तो you will trust them blindly कि नहीं डॉक्टर ने बोला है तो मैं यही लगाऊंगी.
nahi hai.
So
Yes,
it is, uh, yeah. So all these financial incentives that these companies provide to the dermats, it's all under the table, and of course it is very rampant. It happens, but ethically, a doctor should be very transparent in front of the patient. Like if you have that a certain skin condition, your main aim as a doctor should always be result oriented and not just because my company, this particular company is giving me money and I'm going to prescribe only that medicine. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. So
true.
that transparency has to be there. And it मतलब as a dermat also I feel that evidence based practice should be the main motto कि नहीं यार मुझे पता है कि if I prescribe this certain serum for this certain condition, the results are going to be good. So
Right.
why not just work towards a result oriented practice where I can get a tremendous amount of mouth publicity. See, one good patient will give me 100 other patients,
True.
and if I give a wrong medicine to one patient, he'll tell 100 people, 1,000 people कि यार ये doctor के पास मत जाओ. So I always have to have a result oriented approach towards my patients. So of course I have to prioritize transparency. I have to give evidence based records, and I have to keep the patient's well being in mind before prescribing any medicine. So yeah, और ऐसा भी नहीं है कि I, because I know this patient comes from a very good financial background, I'll prescribe him expensive products just because he can afford it. Or this, I know this person can't afford this certain product, and I'll give him ऐसे कुछ तो time pass, I'll prescribe him. So even that should not be the case. I feel एक रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड अप्रोच रखेंगे तो पेशेंट्स अपने आप आ ही जाएंगे.
Absolutely, that's a very well taken point. Like you said, a doctor should always be of this mindset that results should matter the most, because that's how people are going to, because we as end customers are trusting you blindly. So we have put in
I
the
know.
whole faith and whole trust in you, and as a doctor, and we just want results. I mean, but definitely the financial backgrounds also matter a lot here, where you know
Of course, yeah, yeah,
but
true,
yeah, so
true that.
at the end of the day, it's I mean, even though there's financial background, but I think at the end of the day, it's all about trust. If you have that kind of a trust in the doctor, then definitely there's no going back to it.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's true.
Um, so again, coming to pharmaceutical products, like we were talking, that they are really well researched. So well researched means definitely they are well tested as well before they come
Yeah,
into the
yeah.
market. So I'm getting to this point where, does animal testing still occur in the skincare industry, and how extensively are these skincare products researched in India?
So India has been one of the few countries that has completely stopped animal testing. On animals, and yeah, medicines on animals, and they've stopped importing also these products. They've stopped importing from countries which are doing these testings on the animals. So it has been a very landmark judgment by the government. In a way, I mean, it's such a positive judgment. But yeah, so in respect to the question that you asked about research that is done in the skincare industry, there is a lot of in-house R&D that is done by products which these pharmaceutical companies make. So in-house R&D hota hai, clinical research hota hai, but the only problem is that these Ayurvedic and these herbal products which many companies sell are not that validated, or not as validated as these big pharma companies. So उसमें strict regulations are still necessary. So there are a lot of boards that are in place, like the BIS, like Bureau of Indian Standards, or ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research. They try to standardize all these procedures like as much as they can, but the rules are not as stringent as that of FDA in the US. So there is a lot of scope of improvement in this department. Uh, Of course, क्या होता है कि there are a lot of challenges that we face in the Indian market, in Indian research. So there is a lot of traditional versus modern approach. कि a lot of people try to work in a traditional way, and there are a lot of people who are doing R&D in a very modernistic way. So there are a lot of statistics involved. So yeah, so however, proper standardization and transparency and clinical testing, there is a lot of scope of improvement for that.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
are there any laws that govern all of these research and testing that happens in India?
So these law, as of now, the BIS and ICMR, they look up into all the standardizations. But yeah, so there's no law involved, but they take up all the clinical research. And once a pharma company wants to launch a certain product, they have to go through these certain standards that they have to follow.
Okay. So that's a
Yeah.
necessity for them before
Yes.
releasing
Yes.
any.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. So, we've spoken a lot about skin and all of the remedies and everything that it involves. So, if I just have to ask you a very important question, and I think it's a pressing question for all of us, even the younger generation these days now, because of the stress and the work-life balance that we all are having, graying of hair has become really common
Yeah.
amongst all of
Premature.
us.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So, I have also been seeing a lot of ads on Instagram about this particular serum from Thrive Co brand. It it claims to be a acrolis based product,
Yeah.
and they also claim that they can truly reverse or halt graying of your hair. So, I just wanted to understand, are these claims really exaggerated and misleading, or are they very true? And one can actually start using these serums to, reverse their graying of hair.
Yeah, so premature graying of hair, as you said, is becoming very common these days. So I have people who not even turned 18 years old and they have graying of hair as a problem. So basically, what happens scientifically, I'll tell you, is uh, once the melanin pigment in the hair goes down, your hair starts changing color. So
Okay.
if the pigment is more, you have nice dark hair. If it's a little less, you'll have blonde hair. And if it's like completely gone, then there's white hair, there's gray hair, as you said. So once this pigment is gone, there's no coming back.
Okay.
Absolutely no coming back. So once that pigment is gone, तुम कितना भी तेल लगाओ, तुम कितने भी serums लगाओ, whatever these companies are claiming, it's all false. Sorry to burst the bubble, but your hair is not going to turn black using any oils, any serums. Yeah, so what even these tablets that these companies are claiming, ki these can treat graying of hair, they are nothing but just multivitamins for hair, which are more of zinc, more of selenium, more of magnesium. बस तुम्हारा हेयर का हेल्थ विल improve, but they cannot reverse graying of hair. So I'm so sorry, but guys, don't waste your money on all these products because there's no coming back. Of course, there is a lot of research going on. कि चलो ये there is this catalyst and enzyme which can reverse graying, but it is all in a very nascent phase. The research is still going on, but there's nothing that extraordinary that has been launched in the market. कि ये बहुत ही some brand new product or whatever these people claim, nothing is going to change the color of your hair once it starts graying. Like there's
Okay.
no turning back. Yeah.
Oh, this is like I don't know, it's a shocker for, I think,
Yeah,
everybody who's.
that's what. Yeah, don't believe everything you see on the gram. Like whatever these people claim, it's all paid collabs. Ye hai, wo hai, a lot of things that go behind the scenes. But again, be a smart, cautious consumer.
True, and this is definitely a very big point on being aware as a consumer that this is something which is coming from the professionals, and they are there in the industry from, decades long. And if they are telling that this is not possible, guys, this is not possible. So please don't get your hopes high and
Actually,
don't get
so
into
yeah, see,
using.
again, the ethics of the doctor also comes into the question. Like
Yeah,
there is a difference between an influencer and a doctor. So
true.
whenever I also put up content on the gram, I try to be more uh, scientifically driven rather than being just there and delivering information that the other influencers are. Then there has to be a thin line between that, and always again the always try to keep the main motto in mind, that of course you have to spread awareness, and you have to spread like proper awareness. ऐसे कुछ भी बोल दिया and कुछ भी बेच रहे हो, it does not work like that, and then again it does not sustain.
True. I mean, don't spread awareness just for the sake of selling your product. I mean, spread awareness which will actually impact someone's life in a very good way.
Yeah, and that's when you become a true influencer. No,
Absolutely. I agree to that. So, thank you so much for all those amazing, amazing insights and
thank
definitely
you,
giving us those reality checks which we needed.
thank you so much.
Uh, Coming to a little fun segment where I mean, I will ask you some questions related to, I'm going to give out some statements and you have to tell me
Yeah,
whether myth or a fact.
let's go.
Let's
Very
go.
excited.
All right. So the first statement is moisturizers really lock in moisture in the skin. Myth or a fact?
Fact. Definitely a fact. So moisturizer is that step which you can never skip in your skincare routine. It is of utmost importance. So of course it tries to lock the moisture in, and it tries to maintain a healthy skin barrier. And healthy skin barrier, so your pH is also maintained. So
Oh,
moisturizer is one of the most important steps of a skincare routine. Never
right.
skip it.
Coming to our next statement, don't wear makeup if you have acne.
Yeah, so it can go two ways. If you have like active acne, you try to avoid putting on makeup for a long period of time, like for a longer stretch of time. So why? Because it tends to clog your pores, and then again, when the pores are clogged, the oil secretion is more, and then of course that oil sticks around on your skin, then the acne again increases. So that is one of the main factors. Or secondly, even if you're applying makeup, make sure that you wash your makeup. What do you
Right.
say? Brushes,
Yeah.
because that is one of the most important breeding grounds for bacteria. So you don't want that infection to spread. So be very hygienic when you apply makeup. Of course, apply a very lightweight, non-comedogenic makeups, because makeup products, because these products are available in the market, again according to your skin type. So try to use makeup which is matte finished, which is gel finished, or which has a more of non-comedogenic base.
Great. So our next statement is that you got to put sunscreen even when you are indoors.
Yeah, that is a fact. Yes. So many people think that when you're indoors, or if you're a housewife, or if you have work that is mostly in the AC and you don't have to go out too much in the sun, there's no sun exposure, I can skip that routine, but you absolutely cannot. Why? Because the sun rays have UVA and UVB light. So UVA light can absolutely come in indoors and totally attack your skin. And
Right.
those are the rays which can cause fine lines, which can cause wrinkles, and which can age you quickly. And only UVB rays can cause sun damage. So indoors भी हो तो आपको दोनों लाइट से बचना ही है. So you have to apply sunscreen when you're indoors.
Okay. A damaged skin can be repaired fully.
Absolutely. So as I said, skin barrier can be repaired fully. You have to like again cleanse, hydrate, moisturize, treat the target areas. So when you start applying, many people ask me कि अरे हमने ये start कर दिया, हमको result कब दिखेगा? So basically, for any skincare routine to show a visible change, it takes around 28 days. Like for that cellular changes also to happen. So it takes a couple of weeks, or say 4 weeks, for the changes to be seen on the face. But you can feel the difference. So skin damage can be repaired, skin barrier can be repaired, but you have to be very patient with skincare. ऐसा नहीं है कि immediately you will get a before after result. I've been applying this for 10 days now, but I feel अरे यार मेरा pigmentation तो और बढ़ गया. Give it time यार, ऐसा थोड़ी है. You, if I'll give you steroids, of course वो before after वाला immediately result दिख जाएगा, but it will come back in a more dangerous way. So let's be consistent. Let's be patient and apply all the products that your doctor tells you, but be consistent in your treatment.
Right. So, thank you so much for all of those tips, and I would say they were amazingly glowing tips, I would say, and very minimalistic, very to the point that you've told us. All these expert advices and these small tips. I think it's going to be a extremely valuable takeaway for all of us here. So, um,
Wow, thank you so much. That was the aim. I hope I've delivered what you were expecting of me. And it was so exciting to be on your show. I was super excited that we did this. And
yeah.
thank you so much for having me on your show.
Oh, I'm definitely glad and with pleasure. I mean, what more could we have asked for with such amazing tips that you've given us? And as we wrap up this episode, remember the mantra that beauty is the reflection of your confidence. Be minimalistic, be confident. To all our listeners, do take these valuable insights and expert tips to enhance your beauty journey. So, I definitely enjoyed chatting with Dr. Roshni on this episode, and I hope so did you. Now, thank you so much for tuning in to Nuskas with Anushka. Join us next time for more such inspiring conversations and valuable insights from experts in their own fields. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow our page on Instagram, Facebook, and do spread the word. If you want to connect with Dr. Roshni, I shall surely share her link. Do check out in the link section below. And until next time, stay curious, stay receptive. Bye bye.